Welcome to the podcast. Episode 3.
Episode 3.
It's been some time.
It has. We had quite a break. We had a month of a break. That was really nice.
Was it a whole month?
Yeah.
It's not a month.
Was it really?
We were here at the end of April is when we recorded the last
Oh,
one.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
All of May, basically. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Time flew by. A lot has happened.
It's so busy.
We're now an award-winning podcast.
We are now.
Oh my God.
Podcast.
Wait, I have the certificates with
yeah.
Do you
me.
really?
Yeah. Do you want to grab them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I do want to
They're
go.
literally right there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Jeremy was quite excited about this.
Are they
Yeah.
they're in here?
Yes, they're in that folder.
Oh.
Bring them out. They're right there. Yeah. Everybody got one.
Cute. It'll go up
Thanks,
in our offices.
here.
Well, it'll go up in my office.
Yeah. There you go.
Cute. Thank
That's
you.
yours.
Thank you for being there on our behalf.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Oh.
Yes.
Oh my god.
We received the Jack Hicks Award from the English department here.
Thank you, Jack Hicks.
Thank you,
Thank you, Jack
Hicks.
Hicks.
Yep,
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, so I can find
Yeah.
it.
So there's those. Yeah.
That's cute.
So there you go, award-winning podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So that
Next
happened.
up.
Yeah.
We're gonna get featured on the other two, which we keep talking
Oh,
about.
okay.
What is?
Favorite show.
It's just that show.
Is that
Oh,
the
oh.
show that I keep,
Yeah,
that I
the
keep plugging?
The
Yeah,
Max show. Yeah.
because one day it's the Max.
Oh, okay.
Max.
Because I don't have HBO Max, so.
Speaking of Max,
Yes.
The Idol tonight.
Oh, that's tonight. Oh,
That is
shit.
tonight.
Okay, all right. I don't have Max anymore.
Oh,
So you
I've
have to
I've never
tell
had
us
it,
how
so.
is. Yeah.
I don't want to.
Are you gonna watch it?
I don't know.
You are gonna watch it.
Maybe.
Don't act like you're not gonna watch it. You're gonna watch it.
It's a possibility. FOMO.
Okay.
FOMO's gonna get the best
yeah,
of me.
for sure.
What have you been watching?
Oh, okay, so I think I saw Spider-Man Across the
Mm.
Spider-Verse,
Oh,
and it was
yes.
incredible.
Stacey, did you go?
No.
No. Okay.
No, I wasn't. I was in Monterey.
Oh, okay.
So.
Oh.
It was fantastic. It was like the theater was packed. It was opening night. I've never seen theaters in Davis packed like that before. Actually, it was completely full.
I was gonna say, was it sold out?
Yeah, it was sold out, and then they opened a very last minute showing 30 minutes after that original show.
They can just do that?
I guess because it was only a 7 p.m. and then they made it a 7. They added a 7:30.
Oh, so
They-
the 7:30 was the added one.
Yes.
They only had a 7 p.m.
Yeah.
They had one showing for Spider-Man at this
I guess because it was.
theater.
Wait.
I don't know. I think that was the only one we wanted to do. Like, I think there might have been a later one as
Oh.
well. But we didn't want to do a
theaters
later one.
theaters
yeah.
can do that.
No, there
When I
was like
worked at-
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I worked at the theater, if they had
Well,
one that
we
was
saw
like
how
not
busy it
selling.
was, yeah.
Yeah, they would
Oh.
just
Yeah.
close. They would cancel that screening.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
it was hella packed, a lot of people, a lot of younger people too. So I thought it might be like a bit of an annoying crowd, but it wasn't.
Mm.
It was fantastic. Everyone gasping, everyone cheering. It was really good. It was a very fun time. We were also pretty close to the screen, and it was actually kind of fun because it was quite immersive, like in the animation itself.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So highly recommended. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah. I saw 2 in IMAX.
Nice.
In
Oh, you saw it in
IMAX.
Yeah,
Nice.
but there's a thing going on right now where the volume for the dialogue is lower than the sound for
In
like the
IMAX theater.
Mhm.
The
Yeah,
dialogue is lower than the sound, or the like.
Yeah, the volume for the dialogue, I
So
guess.
it's a bit of a
Yeah.
saw.
So it's all over the internet.
Okay.
Yeah, even Phil
What
Lord
happened
and Chris
there?
Miller. I
Is
don't
that
know.
just like is that an actual issue with like the mastering of the film? Or?
Yeah, like with the
the audio?
IMAX, it's like the
Interesting.
volume, I guess, is not set right.
But just
so-
for IMAX, not for.
Yeah, just for
Yeah.
IMAX.
Oh.
So a bunch of people have been complaining on it or about it online.
Gotcha.
So it was like good. It was hard to hear.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
That seems
We both felt like that we
frustrating.
were sitting there. Yeah, but I mean, it was good. It was a lot of like cool visual stuff. I think a better story than the first one, which is
Yeah.
the first one was good.
First one
So
was great, but
yeah.
this one was even better. And it's
Yeah.
so hard to do that with sequels, but they did it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
I
Yeah,
also saw Joaquin Dos Santos was one of the co-directors. I think there are 3 people, right, directing it. And he
Mm.
did all the like really
Oh.
cool action episodes in Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like he would do all the season finales and
oh,
so he's really good at just like action storyboarding, all of that.
Hmm.
Dude, your ability to come back to Avatar.
I know,
The
right?
last
It's a gift.
Airbender.
It's a gift, yeah.
Eternal show.
But
We
also
will
they're
never
amazing,
talk
yeah.
about it.
The The worst
We're
one.
never gonna talk about it on this show, though.
Avatar: Last Airbender.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
No.
or the M. Night Shyamalan.
Honestly, both. We're
Oh,
never
okay.
gonna talk about either. I feel
No.
like we
Well,
came to that agreement.
Never's a
Didn't we?
big. Never's a
We're
big
never
Really?
talking about M. Night.
harsh word.
No, not him at all. But just.
But we're not talking about the Last Airbender.
Oh,
Yeah, we're never gonna
that
talk about
one.
that.
Oh, okay,
Unless
yeah.
we do a season where it's just really bad
The worst movies ever made. Yeah.
But it's so easy to like. There's such
It's also
easy
very
targets.
easy to-
Yeah, but I do love M. Night now. He's rebounded hard.
With his, what did he do? Was it old? Was
Was
that
Dave
his?
Bautista? What was that movie? Wasn't it with Dave
Which one?
Bautista?
Yeah. Knock at the Cabin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's his most recent
I
one.
wrote my little piece on.
You did. You wrote your little thing on that.
You did. Is that? Did that movie do well?
Ish.
I don't remember seeing like the scores or anything.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think like it wasn't rotten. So
Okay. Did it have a twist?
it's a different ending than the book. So I guess in that
Oh,
sense,
I didn't know it was based on a book.
Yeah. So it's an adaptation, but yeah, it ends differently,
Did you read
which
the book?
divided some fans. No, but I know what happens in the book,
Okay.
so
Right.
yeah. So not too
Okay.
bad.
Okay. What else? Did you mention yours? What you're seeing or what you're watching?
What am I watching?
Besides the other two.
I just
he's-
watched.
Yeah.
If you mention the other.
Always
No.
the other two. Shout out to Ken Marino. I hope he comes to Sacramento at some point. I watched the Big Door Prize on Apple TV all weekend. It's with Chris O'Dowd, and it's about the small town where this machine mysteriously appears in this convenience store, and it, like, you go into it, and it gives you a card that gives you your potential, your life potential. And then so it's all about like all of these people getting this card and like just changing everything and being like, oh, this is like the path I should have been on, and then just like kind of full faith this whole thing. But then like I don't want to say too much because it actually is a very good series. It scored really well, and they already renewed it for season 2. But it's good. It ends on a bit of a cliffhanger. Really fun.
Okay.
Yeah, fun show.
Cool.
Watch that all weekend. Struggling to get through Ted Lasso. I'm glad that everyone says the last season is really bad.
I
'Cause
haven't
it
even
is.
finished the first episode of that last season. Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad.
I've heard it's yeah. I've heard really bad. I've never seen any of it.
Yeah.
But combined
The
with
first
like
2 seasons were so good.
Yeah.
were they
They were. It's,
Com-
it's a-
combined
it's
with
a
like the
really good show.
public like the public reception of
Yeah.
like Jason Sudeikis as like a
Yeah.
person. I
Yeah.
feel like it's very funny that
Yeah.
that's intersecting with like the
That's true.
Yeah.
the kind of failure of the 3rd season.
That's true.
I think I was wondering what happened, and what I ended up finding out was that Bill Lawrence, who was the showrunner, ended up leaving like during the 3rd season to go start the new show with Harrison Ford and Jason Segel,
Oh, yeah.
Shrinking.
Which
Yeah.
isn't that good, you told me, right?
I didn't like
Okay.
it. People
Okay.
do like it.
Oh,
Jessica
okay.
Williams is also in it, and I like her. She was from
Right.
The Daily Show.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, she was good, but the episode didn't grab me. So
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
Stacey, what about you? What are you watching?
For the first time in my life I watched Soylent Green.
Oh, you
I'd
haven't seen it before?
actually had never seen it before.
Soylent Green.
Yeah.
Is that like based on the food stuff?
It's the opposite actually. Soylent, like
Yeah.
the meal replacement,
Mhm.
they took their name from
From
Soylent
the
Green.
movie.
Yeah, from the movie.
Okay.
It's also in a lot of Futurama episodes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
the replacement or the meal
The
replacement
name
thing.
Soylent Green.
Just the-
like they
they-
reference Soylent Green. In
Oh,
Futurama.
okay. That seems fitting. Yeah. Yeah, I'd never seen it before. I knew like the premise and everything. So I actually watched it for the first time because I decided to do a guest lecture on
I
it.
thought you had seen it because the only reason I watched it, Stace, like a month or 2 ago.
Yeah.
If you remember, I like texted you about it. The only reason I watched
did
it
you?
is because
Okay.
we were talking at a party.
We don't go to
And-
parties. Yeah. We
Well,
don't
this
do
is
that.
back when we went to parties. And you were talking about Soylent Green, and I told you I never heard of it, and then you couldn't believe that I didn't hear of it. And, I was like, "Why
And yet I
haven't you
had never
seen
seen
it?"
Why
Yeah.
was I
I
talking
think
about
you
it
had
though?
heard of it, yeah.
But why? I don't know why.
We were talking about
'cause a month ago I wasn't.
apocalyptic films.
Oh.
Yeah, we're talking about like apocalyptic films.
Okay.
Like dystopian films.
Yeah. I guess I'd always known the premise because it's super
And
popular
food,
with like.
we were talking about food movies. 'Cause we
Yeah.
also talked about the cook, the thief, his wife, and her
Maybe
daughter.
we were just yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't have been so judgmental because it's not like I had seen it at
It's
that
okay.
point.
No, I think you're just a little tipsy. So you haven't seen Soylent Green. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I didn't even think about like watching that film. Like I didn't even know what I was going to lecture on until like 2 weeks ago.
Fun. Okay,
So
nice.
yeah, so I saw that for the first time.
Nice.
You know, I'm not gonna go
That
through the
sounds
spiel
so
of what.
fun.
Yeah.
I wish I could take it. When are you teaching it again?
I'm teaching it in the summer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like August.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, summer session 2.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be August.
Okay.
And I also saw, which I was going to talk about when we were going to record this episode earlier, Renfield. Did you see that?
I didn't.
Did you see that?
No, but I know it's
You
coming to
didn't see
streaming really soon.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm surprised that
For
you
me,
didn't
it
see
wasn't
it.
good, so I didn't watch it.
No, I just said it was wild.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
was it great? No, but it was
Okay.
super entertaining. I
Okay.
thought, like, Nicolas Cage, I thought was gonna like come in and like steal the show, right? Because it
Right.
was like, oh, Nicolas Cage is Dracula. He like was he was total side character.
That's interesting.
Like
Okay.
truly did not matter. Did not like overshadow Nicholas Hoult, who was 100% the star.
Right.
Okay.
Like
He's
he just held it
hilarious.
down,
Yeah.
and he did a great job in the main role. Yeah,
That's cool.
and I thought it was very interesting that he was in that film, right, which was Dracula.
Yeah.
And now he is also going to be in. Is it Eggers?
Yeah,
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu. Yeah.
cool.
So he's like going to be in like 2 Dracula-esque
Yeah.
films like back to back.
Yeah, with Lily Rose Depp, right?
yeah.
She's gonna be the lead
Yeah.
because she's replacing Anya Taylor-Joy.
She's replacing her. That's what happened.
yeah.
Why was she being
I
replaced?
think Anya Taylor-Joy had like.
Is it a conflict?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
It's gonna be
fine.
a conflict. Yeah. So.
Because obviously Eggers loves to work with her. So.
Yeah, I know. So it's
Um,
like, so we'll see. I guess we'll have to see how she does in
Interesting.
The Idol.
And then, is it Bill Skarsgård? Who's?
I think yes.
And then also, is Willem Dafoe in it or no?
I think
Is that
so,
crazy? Is it? I
but-
feel like I. Anyway,
Yeah.
that looks interesting. I don't really know how it looks, to be honest, but I will
Rosette, you
definitely
take a
see
look.
it.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, you're the person today. You're the look that up person.
Oh,
Stacey's Renfield. Is it like campy, like horror, or like?
Personally, I wouldn't say that it's campy. At
Okay.
least like how it's normally used. So, I think it's inspired, maybe campy inspired, inspired, but
okay.
like
but not
it's
like.
definitely not on its own campy. No.
Cool. Okay. Interesting.
Lots of like silly special effects and gore.
Okay.
Crazy like combat scenes, which are really fun.
Okay.
And like a lot of the time so cheesy that like and like a lot of corny lines that but they're not cringy for the most part. Like they're really close to being cringy,
Okay.
but they're not. So I do think maybe it's camp inspired, but I wouldn't just outright call it campy.
Yeah. Oh, and you know what? I completely forgot
Mhm.
that I know from the trailer that during the like, I don't know what scene you would call. I know where like Nicholas Holt's character is talking like with a group of people or whatever.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
Him and his
that
little
one of the guys in that circle is like the best friend on the other two,
Oh my god.
which is on Max.
Wow, it all comes back.
It all comes back. Everything is connected.
Is this the one that you were like at the first
What we need to
episode?
find is like a Avatar: The Last Airbender, another 2 connection.
Probably.
Yeah.
I bet.
We'll look for it for next time.
Yeah.
Well, I'll find it.
Look
I'll
for it,
start
yeah.
digging, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's fun when they just happen organically.
Yeah.
When you draw those
And I
connections, they just
I'm
come
like,
out.
oh, yeah.
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 Yeah, I think we'll leave it at that.
Was I supposed to look up if William Dafoe is in this? Because he is.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
William Dafoe and who is
Emma
it? Bill Skarsgård.
Corrin, Bill Skarsgård is in it.
Okay.
So is Emma Corrin, who played.
That sounds familiar. Yeah.
She played Princess Diana in one of the seasons
Oh.
of The Crown.
Oh, and Ralph
Aaron
Ineson
Taylor-Johnson
or whatever?
is in it.
Is that how you say that?
Yeah, Ralph
Ineson. So
Aaron-
because he was
oh.
also in The Witch. He was
yeah.
the dad.
Yeah.
Wait, who?
Ralph Ineson, if I'm
Oh,
saying that right.
The guy who
I
played the
thought you
dad
said
in,
Aaron Taylor Johnson
It's
was
like
the
what's the
dad.
IPA there? Ineson. Yeah.
Aaron Taylor Johnson is in it too.
Cool. Oh my gosh.
I've been wanting to watch Chernobyl. Have you guys seen Chernobyl?
The HBO series?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm surprised
really
you
wanna-
haven't seen it.
I know.
It's brilliant. Everything about it is perfect.
Really?
Yes. Oh, you haven't seen it either?
What did you say? It's on HBO Max.
Yeah.
You
Yeah. I
said
was
it.
thinking that. That's right.
No.
Like in Pirate.
But also, yeah, you guys know I don't watch TV though, so
That's true. Oh. What?
like I'm just really bad at.
You're right,
Like,
you're right.
not that I don't want to.
Yeah,
Well, it is
yeah.
that I don't want to,
Yeah.
but not because I think nothing's good on there. I just like have a hard time getting to. I just
Right,
watched The
yeah.
Queen's Gambit.
I didn't watch
Oh.
it. I'd never watched it.
Did you like it?
I had never seen it.
Yeah.
It's fine. Like,
That's what I thought.
no, it's like, I mean, it's super white. It's
Yeah,
super
yeah,
like,
yeah.
so what is there to say about it?
For sure.
Cinematography was really fun, I thought.
Yeah.
Obviously, the performances were cool.
I feel like when that show came
Otherwise,
out,
yeah.
like the
It was
hype
also
around.
COVID. Yeah, it was also COVID.
Was
I
it?
feel like
Oh, maybe so that was a part.
accentuated. Yeah,
Everybody
the
was
hype,
inside.
Yeah,
See, I'm
for
super,
sure.
Yeah.
I'm super late. Yeah.
It really. I think it was a COVID show.
No, it was it 29? No, like, if it was COVID, then was it 2020?
2020.
Oh, that time.
Yeah.
October 2020. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I was
So.
in the thick of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Alright, well, so I think that has something to do with it. And also, I mean, Anya Taylor-Joy is just a joy to like watch. She's so beautiful.
She's great. Yeah.
So she is very captivating, and she does steal the scene quite a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's funny that that guy, I can't remember his name, but the
Oh,
guy
the
who
Harry
played
Potter guy?
who
Yeah,
played
yeah.
like Dudley. Yeah.
What was his name?
I don't know the actor's name, but he plays
From
like
How
one
to
of
Get
her.
Away with Murder? No. Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind. I
don't
thought
know
you
what
were.
you're talking about.
Who?
I thought. Never mind. That's not.
Okay.
no.
Well, that's
Not him.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Let's
Shall we go
Yeah,
on to
segue.
the movie that we don't really want to talk about?
Oh man.
which
So
is
Blade
it's
Runner.
episode 3, Blade Runner
Oh,
2049.
I said which one is it? I thought you
You've
meant
already
yeah.
forgotten it.
Yeah.
So we are going to be discussing the remake from Denis Villeneuve, starring Ryan Gosling, released. Hold on, I took my notes on this. Released.
Is he actually French?
2018. Denis Villeneuve, I think he is.
Like, I'm like, so
Or is
does he?
French Canadian?
No, I just wondering,
Oh,
like,
he's
does
French-Canadian.
he truly like
What?
say his name like that?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he says it the Quebecois way, I guess.
Oh.
Which I can't do.
It's okay. They sound very silly anyway.
2017. Okay, so yeah, Blade Runner 2049 came
Yeah.
out in 2017. I did watch it in theaters. I remember the year that it
Really?
came out.
Me too.
It's where do we want to start? Where shall we begin?
Well, do you want to give us some background on it?
Sure. So again, directed by Denis Villeneuve, who's done Prisoners, who's done Sicario, who's done.
Arrival.
What did he do recently? Oh, Dune.
Dune.
Duh,
Yeah. Dune Part 2 right now.
Yeah. It's DP. Its cinematographer is Roger Deakins, who's done Shawshank Redemption, who's worked a lot with the Coen brothers, like done Fargo and stuff, and he also worked with DV in Sicario and Prisoners as well. Cast is Ryan Gosling. Harrison Ford makes a return appearance as the former character, the former kind of protagonist in the original, directed by Ridley Scott. And Ana de Arma, I think this is like one of her earlier big roles. Robin Wright is in it. Jared Leto made a very surprise appearance that I totally forgot about. And yeah, critic score is 88%. Audience score is 86%. And we'll talk, I guess, towards the end what we think about that.
88 and 86. Okay, I didn't even know that before this. So.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
I'll say one thing I liked about it, and it is the cinematography. I think the visuals were absolutely stunning, very beautiful, like play of light and shadow. I liked how it mixed a lot of interior and external scenes. I think it was very rich in terms of landscape, both interior and exterior. But I mean, I won't get to the but yet. I think Roger Deakins did a fantastic job. Every like the stills are beautiful, and that's the best thing I can say about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking the same exact thing.
Yeah.
I was like, this all looks like so awesome, like in isolation.
Yeah.
But even though it was so beautiful, like the environment, right, in the setting, like I feel like and maybe it's because I haven't seen the first one, but it shouldn't really matter at this point. I feel like the world building really wasn't there for me. Like I kind of felt like, I said this about another film recently, but I felt a little bit like spatially lost a lot of the time. I was like, okay, now we're just here, and I don't really know where here is.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like stage-like in that sense, where like it feels very like, but that can work sometimes. But I don't know if it really did in this.
I do think it works, and Jeremy, you let me know what you think. I do think it works in the original Blade Runner. It
Okay.
is so it's set in like a futuristic Los Angeles, right? Like Ryan Gosling is a detective with the LAPD.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a vision of Los Angeles that's quite different because of whatever kind of like sociocultural events have happened, right, in this vision of the future. I do think that sense of disorientation, like spatial disorientation, works really well in the original. But I do think here it's like too sprawling almost in like TV's version. Yeah. What do you think, Jeremy?
I think like I don't know. I think like it's very beautiful to look at, but I think my issue is the same issue that I have like the second Avatar film that James Cameron just did last year, where you would just get these moments where like the scene just took too long of a breath, right? It was just we're like sort of just hanging out looking at something really nice without like anything interesting happening, and like I feel like this movie could have shaved off like 50 minutes and been like
for sure
really good.
I'm not gonna lie, I was doing like the 10-second fast forward when those scenes were so like just so I was like, I know I can set the pacing know of the film at this point. This is like halfway through I would start doing that.
You like feel like you're seeing like a ship move on a string, and it's just it's like it's beautiful. I love the sky but it's like it's not that it's beautiful, but it's not that complicated to look at. So it's like you've got it. I've got it by looking at it. I don't need to linger on this moment to break down what's going on visually. That's a great way to phrase it. Yeah. Like don't need to linger on it. Yeah.
I have a question for you because you're from LA.
From the San Fernando Valley. Yeah.
Sorry, let us be correct here. Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Is that not technically
There's no
LA?
reason for you to know. It's LA.
I don't know.
I don't want to go into it, but
okay, that's
I
fine.
can go into it for hours.
Sure.
It's a part of LA County, but it's not technically Los Angeles City. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess my question is, just on this film again, because I haven't seen the first Blade Runner. Yeah. Like, how does that? Because like going back to what I said about like the world building thing and like the spatial setting, like are there like are you seeing the dystopian like vision of LA through the film, or is it not even come across there?
I think it's a very radical kind of response to the normal cinematic representation of Los Angeles, which is very sunny and washed out and slow. And I think both in the original Ridley Scott version and in Denis Villenueve's to an extent, it's a lot more claustrophobic. It's visually darker. It's rainier. It's stormier, and all of that is there. And I kind of read that as like an environmental kind of shift that's been happening, right? But I think I like that it's different than the sunny Los Angeles. That is usually what's been portrayed. Okay. I think they did film a lot of it in downtown Los Angeles. For example, the Bradbury Building, which is a famous building in downtown LA. Okay. There's like a Blue Bottle Coffee underneath it now. We're like next to it now. But it's a very beautiful building, and that has like very, very famous scenes from the original that were filmed there. It's kind of like Constantine too. Like the movie Constantine is also filmed in downtown Los Angeles and set in Los Angeles, but it's such a
love that movie.
Like it's almost like a Gotham-y vibe, like this like dark kind of city that you wouldn't necessarily think or associate with the West Coast. But I mean, it's literally filmed in Los Angeles too. So,
okay, cool. Yeah, that's good. At least they did that. Yeah.
Okay, so Rosette, what did you think about the beginning?
I don't like having to read like an entire historical background before watching a movie. Like, you know what I mean? Like I think that was part of what you were saying about the world building. It was so meticulously, like that was a lot of detail that they put into like the rebellion that happened and the environmental collapse and the role of corporations, et cetera, et cetera. Like there's a lot, there's like so much to unpack there. But it's like, that should be clear like throughout watching the movie. That should be like reinforced and built more through the like content of the movie as opposed to like here's this history, read this before you watch the rest of it. You know what I mean? Or to understand where we're at. Like I'm not a fan of how long that was. And just how detailed it was.
I think my biggest problem is that they all appear on the screen as individual sentences. By the time it gets to the bottom, the ones at the top start to disappear.
Do they?
Yeah, so it goes really fast.
Like, would it be better if it was like the Star Wars opening for you?
Yeah,
Oh,
like a
yeah.
scroll,
That would
like,
be better.
or the way Master and Commander does it.
I don't remember. Yeah.
Dude, oh, Master and Commander has the greatest text opening of any film.
And I do like
Of
that
all time.
movie. Yeah.
You would say above Star Wars?
I would.
Like,
Oh.
it, obviously not more iconic, right?
Yeah,
Like,
no.
obviously Star Wars is more iconic, but
Yeah, the
better.
scrolling, but yeah,
Okay.
I would say it gives you exactly like boom.
Is
like,
it because it's succinct?
Huh?
Is it because it's succinct and like to the point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just cuts to it, and then you're just boom on a ship.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'll
Greatest
tell you.
movie
Yeah.
ever made.
And then the world is built through the story.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is the way
Which
world
is
building
how it
goes.
should
Yeah.
work, yeah,
In
yeah,
in
for
a
sure.
yeah. On the visual screen. Like I didn't read it, so what did it say? It was
Dude, I have
people are gonna
5
be like, you
pages.
can't
want me to read my 5
people
pages
are-
of fucking notes? Yeah.
people are gonna be like, you can't judge this movie because you didn't even like watch half of it. Like you fast forwarded during moments. You didn't read the beginning.
Dude, yeah, okay, so
But I couldn't read it, it was too
I'll
small.
build the TLDR, that's fine.
I felt like I was at the eye doctor.
Replicants were bioengineered humans that were designed by Tyrell Core, and this we kind of got in the background of
Okay.
the original Blade Runner. They were designed to provide slave labor off-world, so
Yep.
not on, right, like in the colonies,
Okay.
the extraterrestrial colonies. They had a rebellion.
Okay.
Tyrell Core went bankrupt.
Okay.
Their manufacture was prohibited, like that version of the replicants. In the
Um,
mid-2020s, there was environmental collapse, which was a little too close to home.
is that all it said? Was it like? Is that how vague it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's synthetic farming by the industrialist Neander Wallace,
Who's
aka
Jared
Jared
Leto.
Leto.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kind of what, an Elon Musk type figure,
Yeah.
can we say?
Super billionaire. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With like a little bit of ableism thrown in.
Mm-hmm.
And then he kind of basically like saved the world from famine and used new technology to create new and improved replicants, the Nexus. Wait, I can't remember what they're called. Whatever the hell they're called.
Oh. Okay.
So the older versions, the Nexus 8s that survived the rebellion, are retired by new Blade Runners, basically, which is what Ryan Gosling's character is doing when we find him.
He's retiring them.
Dave
Yeah.
Bautista, yeah.
Okay.
Is an older replicant who like participated in the rebellion and all of that stuff.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's really as much as I want to say. There's more, but I really don't want to say
About
anymore.
yeah.
There's nothing more important. Yeah. So
Okay.
emergence of Wallace Corporation
Mm-hmm.
and the new replicants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely just like one of those moments that's like unnecessary. It
Or-
felt like
yeah.
maybe like it would have been helpful to have a little bit of that context, but the way it was done was not very good.
Yeah, and there were like it was peppered throughout the movie, like some references to the rebellion and stuff
Mhm.
like that. And if they had just had that, like that would have been.
It's like
Enough.
that would
And if they had
suffice.
done that well, yeah, then it would have
Yeah.
been. Yeah, fine.
Yeah. It's like when people do like voiceovers really poorly,
Mhm.
where it's like, okay, thank you for giving us like the internal monologue of like this
Right.
character.
Right.
But like,
Yeah.
and obviously sometimes it
Yeah.
works where it's like super helpful.
Totally.
It's part of like
It's
the.
so hard to do a good voiceover.
No, yeah. Sometimes it's either really awesome and artistic in a certain way, or
Right.
it's just like lazy,
Totally.
and it's like, okay,
Totally.
I'm doing this because I don't know how to actually
And
convey
it was
this
the same
through.
vibe with the opening.
Yes,
totally.
yeah, yeah.
There
But
were
again,
some
yeah, didn't
wild
really-
scenes we can talk about.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to know.
Do you guys
Yeah.
want to talk about the sex scene
Which?
with
Oh, we can definitely talk about that one. Yeah.
or the twist? We can also talk about the twist. Did you guys expect the twist at the end? Did you care?
The twist being
that Ryan Gosling was not the chosen.
Oh, that he's
one.
not. Was
Yeah.
that the
That he's
twist?
the memory keeper. I thought that was a twist. What do
Okay.
you-
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I thought like.
Like it was like, oh, okay, right. So because it's
But that was
supposed
like
to be
his
leading
big
you.
revelation. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
I just feel like yeah.
Or like finding Deckard.
the
The fight scene was fucking weird. The Elvis scene was fucking
Oh, the
weird.
fight scene. I have that written down.
Yeah.
We can definitely talk about that. There's so many. Yeah. Which we?
I'll
How
let
about in
you
order of
guys choose.
operations? What do you want to start with?
Yeah, Jeremy, you pick.
I mean,
Actually, yeah.
we could work backwards.
Want to go backwards?
I think
Yeah.
the memories being implanted,
Okay.
that's a very interesting thing. Like,
Yeah.
the problem with, like, this
When she-
movie...
Wait, sorry, just making sure. So when she's like breaking, when she's constructing them, that where like we're understanding that
So
one or
there-
no?
there's,
Which scene?
We find out that the actual child of Deckard and
Yeah.
the replicant from the original. I can't remember her name. Do you remember her name, Jeremy?
The rep-
I don't...
Who? Wait, Rachel? No.
Sean Young. Yeah, was it Rachel?
But
Well, I
yeah,
don't know
no,
who-
Ryan Gosling's character having the memories of like running as a child or whatever.
Oh,
And then
okay,
that's
okay.
not actually being.
Okay, yeah.
And it's
yeah.
like, on paper, like stories engaging with like faith and crisis identity usually
Yeah.
are like a big draw for me.
Sure.
So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
but it is, I think,
Yeah, for
like
sure.
you guys have both said already, like just the poor world building where it just doesn't work. I do like
Like
the
all these
ending,
themes were really cool, but
yeah.
the ending.
They were fine. Yeah.
I like the
Which-
ending.
like the very
Ryan
end
Gosling on the staircase
with the snow.
Snow, yeah,
Like,
very,
do you like
um,
it aesthetically, or do you?
yeah.
like,
That's
look
about
at
it.
Okay.
Okay. I was like, what else?
That's as far as that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something about the snow falling.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So Anna Stelline is the memory designer, and so she's actually the child.
She's
of
the daughter.
Edward,
Yeah, yeah.
And damn,
That's an interesting scene. I have some stuff written about. Not really, but
do you want to talk about
just
it?
I mean, I really don't
I
actually
guess
have.
when he goes to see her.
Yeah, and she basically like it's like
Yeah.
the walkthrough of like how she like constructs the memories and like where she
Yeah,
gets them
Rachel.
from, right?
Decker
Yeah.
and Rachel, yeah.
So her name is what?
Anna.
Anna.
Still-
Anna Celine. Okay.
We can just call her Anna.
Okay. Well, it's an interesting scene. Yeah, we can break that down. I'm not really sure.
That
Again,
was
I watched
like the
this.
first like emotional break for Gosling's character, right? Like I feel like he was.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
Quietly.
He like screams and
yeah,
like he has an
yeah.
outburst. Yeah.
So I was waiting for him to break. I think that was. Ryan Gosling was good. I'm not like critiquing him.
He was good. His performance was
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
He does also do like the intense, quiet, intense guy thing, right? Like
Yeah.
with Drive and with The Place Beyond the Pines.
Oh, we
Yeah,
never
which-
saw that.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah,
one with
yeah. With
Eva
him and
Mendes.
Eva Mendes.
Yeah.
Eva.
Ye-
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Who
Yeah.
he is now
He's
married
good
to.
at that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I like the idea of the premise of like memory creation of humanity. Like, is your humanity tied to memory? Is your identity tied to memory? What happens, like, you know, or just like the cognitive things, right? Of like, what happens when people have a disease and they start losing their memory? Are they becoming a different, you know? Like, I think there's a lot to unpack there. I just,
Yeah.
It just doesn't.
No, there really is.
yeah.
There's so much, and how much does it? It doesn't really give us like as much as I would have liked to think about.
Or it was so much that it
Yeah.
like grazed over everything.
No, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
for
It's
sure.
too like nebulous. Like, what are we really getting at? And she's got her
Jared
device is
Leto,
like.
see, like we have to talk about the Jared Leto
Well,
introduction too.
with the-
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
when he
god.
kills the replicant that he just
That falls
created.
out of the plastic thing.
Just
and
yeah. Okay.
That
Yeah.
was wild. Like some of this was really wild. Yeah.
It was. It
yeah.
was.
I just
Go
don't
ahead.
think. I think anytime you see Jared Leto in a movie, for a very long time now, it's been, oh, this movie is not going to get better from here on out for sure.
Like
Yeah.
from the moment that he appears. on
Yeah.
screen.
It's
Sort of-
downhill from
it's
here, yeah.
Nothing else interesting.
I was
is
gonna
about
say,
to
what's the
happen.
timestamp of when he first appears? That would be really funny to,
Oh, I know. Yeah, I wish I had that
you
on
know.
me.
I know. I mean, that's a
I
that's
feel
how
like
fun to get.
it was a minute.
It's
like,
on-
it was quite a. It was a while before.
No,
we saw
he
it.
like when he showed up, I was like, oh, I've been sitting here for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was again. Yeah, a really
I would say
long.
between
Yeah.
45 minutes to an hour.
That's a good guess.
Yeah, like around 45
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah, I would
We'll,
say
we'll
that
fact
sounds-
check. Yeah.
Our,
Yeah.
our villain appeared. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, then that whole scene, and then just I mean, like, did they even explain
I didn't
exactly?
buy the love story either, like with Ana de Arma, the joy.
Oh, I hated
Oh.
it. I hated that so much.
I didn't care. I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I hated
But,
that.
but like the lesson, right? Like the moral is, oh, love is linked to our humanity, right? Like
Yeah.
our capacity to be human is our.
but he
capacity
got
to-
her a stick so she could go outside the apartment and
Yeah.
feel the rain. Isn't that romantic? Even though the voicemail paused her because it came from the boss.
That was so fucking funny. I'm sorry. Like when that happened, I was like,
The boss
oh,
who
that's
also-
what we're doing.
Right, kind of sexually harassed him, right?
Oh, Robin Wright? Oh,
Robin
yeah.
Wright, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
There's so much happened.
Wait,
I really
okay,
wanna say
yeah.
About it. Yeah.
Also, I love Robin
I
Wright.
do
She was
too.
so good in House of Cards.
I love her too.
never saw
She's
that.
fantastic.
Yeah.
You should watch this one movie with her, and it's actually really relevant to like everything that's happening in Hollywood right now. It's like an animated, like quasi-animated film, but it's also like some live action. And it's about kind of a future in which actors are kind of like captured by AI and don't act anymore and are owned by studios.
Interesting.
Like they're
Wow.
captured.
Oh.
It's
Yeah, talk about
it's-
relevant.
It's extremely relevant.
Yeah.
And I really do want to plug it. So what is this movie called?
Also super interesting. We're still deep in the writer's strike, huh?
The Congress.
The Congress.
Yeah.
The Congress.
It's 2013 too. It's like it was made a while
Very
ago.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, highly recommend
Okay.
it.
Okay. That is one I'll have to check out.
Mm.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sorry, before I interrupted with my.
No, I don't know. We're all over the place right now with this movie. Yeah.
I think we're just picking
The
it
movie's
apart.
all over the
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's really,
Yeah. Do you guys remember the scene where, I forget which character it was. She goes to collect the bones, and there's that guy, and she like pops him in the back of the head, and then he's like on the ground like bleeding out.
Oh yeah. Was it Jared
Okay.
Leto's assistant?
I think it
The replicant
was
assistant?
David Dismouchin. Do you know him?
No.
Do either of you know him?
No.
He's an Armenian actor. Really good. He's in a whole bunch of stuff. He's in.
You don't know?
He's in
I don't
Dune.
know.
No, you don't know that guy?
He's in
Okay,
Ant-Man.
You didn't
he's
live down
my
the street
uncle,
from
yeah,
that guy?
yeah.
Yeah, he's in Dune. He's in Ant-Man. He was in Prisoners as like the creepy guy that
Oh.
had the buckets full of snakes. He's popped up in a whole bunch
So
of
he's
stuff.
worked with Villeneuve before.
Mhm,
Because,
mhm.
right, wasn't, yeah.
Yeah, so he's kind of like a regular.
Interesting.
Wait, so
Yeah.
what about him exactly?
Yeah, what is.
Oh no, I just thought it was interesting that he popped up in there. I think that
Was he
there's-
like. Was that like a cameo or kind of in a way?
A
like,
pretty small
like because he
role.
wasn't really in it. Yeah. Otherwise, okay,
Yeah.
not quite a cameo, but okay. I don't even know if I remember that scene.
I have no idea what scene you're talking about, Jeremy. I also did watch.
Like
it
I
a
remember when he
while
goes
ago.
and gets the yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally saw it 2 hours ago and I can't remember.
It's a pretty quick, like,
just a little.
yeah.
Okay.
Like it
see
happens. I
it
think he
then,
has
yeah.
like 2 scenes in the movie. But yeah,
Huh.
it's just interesting. I feel like he's always dying in films.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in the Suicide Squad like remake that James Gunn did a couple years ago.
Oh, David Dust Mulcher.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep.
Got you.
Huh. Oh, I've seen that guy. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like he's definitely one of those actors, and like you've seen his face before and stuff.
Yeah.
He was in The Dark Knight.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. And that's
as,
what I.
as Joker's
As-
dog.
Yes, that's right.
Perfect.
That's why, because I
As a
watched that
goon.
today too, and he popped
Oh.
up. So I watched both movies, and he was in both, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
funny.
yeah,
Got you.
yeah." He has a quick scene in that also. So, I mean, this guy's got
Yeah,
a
he's
pretty
got
good.
quite a face, actually. Yeah.
He
got a
does.
good
No, he.
filmography.
Yeah.
Nice. Good for you, David.
Huh. Okay.
Big fan. Big
Yeah,
fan.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know why. I think I remembered originally. I thought that the fight in the beginning with Batista was longer the first time I saw
I
it.
liked the fight.
Oh, I loved it. I loved
Yeah.
him slamming
That
him
might
into
have been my favorite part.
I think that's
It
my-
The beginning
just
was
downhill
promising.
After that, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, aside from the
Yeah.
very, like, the expository scene
Yes.
of the text.
You're
but-
right. I think the beginning was really good.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
and
this is
then I
going
was
to
just
be.
increasingly disappointed. Yeah.
Mhm.
We,
You're
like,
right. It
peaked
totally
early.
was the Jared Leto scene.
What?
Like, that's the
Yeah,
scene
yeah,
where it
and
was
then
like, this
that
happened,
was-
and I was like,
That was
oh,
the peak, and then it just went
this is
downhill.
that kind of
Yeah.
movie? Yeah,
That was
okay.
just- yeah.
It's just, yeah. Had a
Everything
lot of
after
potential.
that. Yeah.
Mhm.
I agree.
Yeah, you're right. I don't care about Joy either.
I think and I also think the sex scene is weird. Like the replicant sex worker is like interposed with Joy's consciousness. Like it's fucking
Yeah,
weird.
yeah.
It is.
It's unnecessary. It's very elaborate. It's fucking weird.
I
don't
had
know.
seen that out of context before.
Oh, yeah,
like, I've
okay.
seen that scene just
Okay.
like fucking, I don't know,
Alone.
like on YouTube. Yeah. Not knowing the context of the film
Right.
at all.
What was it like watching it out of context? Probably know better.
What'd you say?
Probably
No
know better.
better. Yeah.
Context.
Yeah, I don't know if that makes it better or worse. Like, definitely.
Yeah. Shit's weird.
It doesn't even. The thing about it is, like, yeah, it doesn't need context, so it wasn't better or worse.
Yeah.
It was like, this is that kind of scene where
Yeah.
we're like, yeah, kind
Yeah,
of
totally.
the ultimate like interchangeability of like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Of
like
her,
unnecessary. Yeah, it's like it just doesn't do anything.
And there's like this weird animosity between them. Like they're fighting over it. Like that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
What the what's her face? What is her name? Because it's Mackenzie
actress?
Davis.
Yeah,
But what's her?
What is her name?
I can't freaking remember. But yeah,
Ana
like
de
they.
Armas' character and
You're saying the animosity between
yeah, because
her
they're kind of catty.
and-
Yeah, they're kind of like
right,
catty
like
with each
the
other.
morning of
Mariette,
right.
yeah, her name
What's
was
her name?
Mariette.
Mariette. Okay, yeah, the morning
Yeah.
of right.
Yeah.
She's like says some shit,
Mariette,
and she
yeah.
says some. What's confusing to me is doesn't she say something like there's not as much going on like in in you as you think, or something
think
like
so.
that.
Yeah, sure.
And it's like I
I
thought she
believe
was
that.
part. I thought she was part of like the
Yeah.
movement, like the freedom movement.
Yeah.
So why was she like fucking?
know.
Why was she putting
I know.
like that's the inverse of like what kind of movement she's
What
a
they're
part
fighting
of?
for,
Like you know what I
yeah,
mean?
no,
She's
for
like putting
sure.
her down for like basically having no substance because she's
Right.
replicant. Like the
Right.
the the implication is that because she's replicant, or not? Sorry, not because she's replicant, because she is just AI.
Yeah.
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 Technology.
Technology.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is strange. I know that she's not like advocating for them like with
Yeah.
the freedom movement, but it seems like an adjacent like
For sure.
cause that you would. So that didn't make sense to me logically. I thought I like misheard it.
Like
Or
those kinds of
misunderstood it.
Distinctions are like reinforcing the hierarchy that they're trying to break in general.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
The hierarchy of like human versus
Non-human.
non-human or
tech-
android. Yeah.
Or biotech product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's that scene where they're like explaining. I think it's the scene where they explain everything to Kay or Joe.
Mhm.
What do people you typically refer to him as? Just Kay.
Okay.
Okay,
We'll,
yeah.
we'll call him
We'll
Kay.
call him Kay.
Yeah.
He didn't really try to.
Joe was an awful name.
Right, he didn't try to appropriate that too much anyway. Like he didn't internalize that enough.
Yeah.
What was I saying? The scene where they're explaining everything to him and they're talking about like once we knew that we were like capable of birth, of like giving birth and like procreating. That's when we knew like we are capable of like more than what humans are capable of.
Mhm.
And then some line, it's like the same line you always hear. They're like, we're more human than humans, right? Like, and I was like, okay, so that's where we're going with this.
Yeah.
So I don't really know. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I don't know. I feel like from a super billionaire perspective. Oh, you have
No,
something?
no, go ahead.
No. Oh, I don't know. I feel like from a super billionaire perspective, like they probably would have figured out a way to commodify, like, birth or something.
Weren't they like about to do that? Like with.
Well, is that what he was? Neander.
That's what he's trying to do, right?
Yeah, that's the like we haven't gotten there, but we're about to get to it. Yeah. I feel like
That's-
links to the whole like when the one replicant
Oh yeah, when
like
she
falls in the
hatches out,
sack
and
and
he's
like
trying to send them off world.
Like,
Yeah.
He's trying to get them to be able to reproduce themselves, right?
yeah, he wants that because that would be
Yeah.
so much easier to
And
like,
obviously,
breed
like, there's so
them.
much
and-
like fucked up
yeah.
context for that. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It is like it's farming them, right? And it's
Yeah.
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 But
I don't know. This movie
Yeah.
has like, it's like they took like 13 interesting things.
Yeah.
Just like threw them on a
Mhm.
table,
mm,
and then
We're
but
gonna
like
fit all of this.
yeah, like none of them are like they could have all been something you could dive into really heavily.
yeah.
Yeah.
And made something interesting.
You
I
know
don't
what's
know.
weird is like this one is. I think this movie's a little bit more on the nose
Mm.
with like what it's trying to do,
Mhm.
but it reminds me of like the same like energy I got from Infinity Pool,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
where like
yeah.
some really pretty
Wow.
shots, and then it was like so messy. Like what?
Yeah.
With
And it's weird.
Skarsgård?
And like promising
Yeah.
concepts.
Yeah, okay.
Promising. Well, Jeremy loved that one.
Oh, I
I'm
did.
sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
a-
kind of putting it down a little bit.
I'm a
but,
sicko. I'm sorry. I love that.
well,
movie.
there's not. And it wasn't for any particular reason relating to like the violence or anything like that, or any of the weird like
And I think
or graphic moments.
the world
Yeah.
building in that one fell short too. Like I just feel like it didn't seem real, and it just seemed like a bunch of someone having good ideas, like
Yeah.
truly, and then just like throwing them all down and
I could
like,
see.
shoving them together.
Yeah.
I could hear that argument. That's an
Um,
interesting parallel to draw between these two films.
Yeah, I don't know
Sure.
why that came to mind just now, but yeah.
Yeah,
So that's
no.
what
I
I
think
get
you're
from
making a good point there. I can see that. I mean, I did love that movie.
And I didn't hate that movie, I will say. Like,
Yeah.
what's interesting though is like, if we have the same conception of like that attitude toward both of those films, like I wonder which one you hated Infinity Pool more. Huh?
Did I?
And what? Well, it's kind of a question, but I wasn't trying to like.
You were-
no,
you were
I
like
said
a
I was
statement.
like you hated it more, huh? Like,
I like, how do you know how much I hated it?
I thought you really didn't like it.
I thought you hate. Yeah, you told me.
Well, yeah, I thought you just really didn't like it. Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
but do you
Mhm.
dislike it even more than this movie?
Damn. Well, this one was just longer. Like I feel like it's time I won't get back. Yeah.
Yeah. This was a
2
long.
times. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
2 times.
Um,
Okay. Well, then maybe
I think there were things in this one that I liked more than, like I like the
Yeah.
debates. I like the questions it brings up. I
Okay.
like that bit about how the human genetic code is a code. Like there's binary for the machines, right?
Sure.
And then there's like ACGT, right? The DNA code for human beings. Like I think it's a little bit more interesting. But yeah, Infinity Pool was less interesting to me for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
That's accurate.
Do you feel that this is for either of you or all of us? Do you feel that that Blade Runner 2049 had like took a stance on where it thinks like the human and like non-human kind of distinction lies, just sort of more generally? Because I feel like, right, like I was telling you about when I was watching it, it was that one quote more toward the beginning when Kay's talking and he says like, I've never retired anything that has a soul. And so it feels like in that moment it was very much like, okay, like mind-body dualism, right? Like the distinction is clear, like humans have souls, like blah blah blah. Do you think that the film is pushing against that narrative, I suppose, that they're kind of presenting at the beginning, that I think Kay is like sort of embodying at that moment, right? Because he doesn't know, right? He doesn't know that he's not replicant, he is replicant, but he doesn't know what's going on. So
that's how I read his character arc as learning that humanity isn't that.
It's not black and white, is that?
For sure. It's like it's kind of corny. Like it
is
like,
corny.
It's a story about love, right? Like the
right.
product of love, which is the child Anna. Ryan got Kay's capacity for love, for joy. Joy's for him. Deckard's for Rachel, which is like the original kind of love.
Right.
Very biblical, also.
Right.
A lot of biblical references.
I mean, Rachel.
Yeah, that's true.
And birth being tied to.
I think I would say there is a moral to this story, and the moral that I read is that like our capacity to love is what makes us human. So if any creature is able to love or feel mercy,
then they have
there's
a
something
soul.
Human about them. Or, like, the human encompasses more than just the literal human.
You're right. I do hate this movie.
Yeah. I think that's
Did
dumb.
I sell it?
No, like truly, like if that's That's kind of what I was going at.
That was like the only
No, I
takeaway I
think
could
so.
get from it. I thought they
Yeah.
really hammered that fucking point home.
They did, yeah.
It was very heavy on that.
Whereas I think the original was a lot more aloof, and I like that aloofness. A little bit more opaque.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's a valid assessment of the film. That's kind of where it ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
think
like sacrifice, right? Like in the end, like it's his love for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like a Jedi.
Yeah.
It's all about sacrifice.
Yeah.
Again, very biblical. Yeah.
No.
It's
Once you spell it out like that, it sounds so dumb. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
Sorry. But,
So don't watch it.
yeah.
It's
And
almost
about the
3
birth
hours.
being like, because they could give birth to like the actual like the bodily
Like
capacity
yeah.
to do that is like,
The reproductive.
I mean, a little bit. First of all, it's ableist, but
Oh, yeah,
but
actually,
also
yeah.
it's like, okay, that's what makes you like human
That's-
or
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Actually, not only that like now they're like more than human because
Or like you're valuable.
yeah.
Also, yeah.
right, like or you have like a purpose and you have meaning beyond. And so just the last scene then that we're gonna try to pick apart is this is the fight scene between Kay and Deckard.
When we first meet Deckard.
Yeah, and where are we even?
In Deckard's fucking.
This is his place, or
it's
he's
like
in
this
Vegas,
weird.
right? Are we in Vegas too?
I don't think we're in Vegas.
I don't know.
The
Somebody look
building
that up,
itself
look it
had Korean
Yeah, that's a good idea.
writing on it, and so I thought it was like an embassy or something. And there's like a lot of foreign languages throughout. Like there's Cyrillic, there's a lot of stuff. So
Oh, I
give
was-
us an
I
idea
was
of
not
this
paying attention to that. Okay.
This globalized dystopian world.
So
where is so
so-
Deckard's hideout is what I thought of it as. I actually have
yeah,
no
I
idea
thought
what
it was
actually
his.
is.
For some reason,
But
I
that fight scene is awful.
I guess I just thought I read that. Like I read this on Wikipedia. It was like he has this blah blah blah. It leads into the ruins of Las Vegas. He finds
Oh,
Deckard,
okay.
who tells him that blah blah.
Then
blah.
it is.
Oh, okay.
So
I
it's
didn't even
in.
fucking know it was the ruins of
Yeah.
Vegas.
Yeah.
Did you know it was Vegas?
But
did
now
it
all
show
this-
you that
now
visually?
all this makes a little bit more sense. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because Elvis.
Yeah.
It does
Yeah.
make more sense.
Yeah.
It's still stupid though.
It is.
Like I just don't.
It's
right.
a little.
So
It's a little less stupid. It makes a little bit more sense now. Yeah.
just because, yeah. Just because it's got like the a cultural connection doesn't make it any. I still don't
That's
think
true.
that's. I think it's
Well,
still
it's
just as
not-
stupid.
Yeah, it's still stupid.
I just find I don't know. There's really what it.
Is there anything we want to say about that fight scene except for I'm just confused by it. I have no idea
Yeah.
what that was.
I have nothing to add.
I know. I was about to say part of me. We shouldn't even deign to break that down because there's nothing to be
there's
broken
It
down.
was just stupid. It was like I think they wanted it to be like this epic fucking iconic fight scene where Deckard returns.
It was
and
weird.
there's a
It felt
face-off.
like dry. Like it felt like yeah, I don't know. I didn't feel any tension there at all between them.
It was stupid.
You know what I mean?
And
I was like, why are they
and
even?
then
I was like, they don't need to fight. They could.
Yeah.
Deckard also opened with this stupid quotation from Treasure Island. And then Kay knew it was from Treasure Island, and then Deckard was like, "Oh, so someone still reads." And I hate when movies do that. Also, when they
Especially
make a
like
big deal about
dystopian
it.
ones,
Yeah,
though, too.
So
Yeah.
stupid. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's why, but also. No, you know what? Let's not make any excuses.
Yeah, that's not my
Yeah.
so much money went into this movie.
That
I swear
was
to God.
yeah.
All right. Well,
Okay.
shall we?
Well, that was that. Yeah, let's look at the
Yeah.
scores,
Okay.
right, for
So-
this movie.
Yes. Do we want to recap Little Mermaid first, and then we can look at this one? So our last
Wait.
episode.
Do we do it the other
I
way
don't
or
remember.
this way? I'm kind of on this one,
Okay.
so
So let's do this one.
just yeah.
So the score for Blade Runner, according to Rotten Tomatoes, was 88% for the critic score and 86% for the audience score.
Right,
I think we all. Well, I think I'm gonna say it's overrated.
Over.
Yeah, it's over.
Okay. This is like
But,
a
like-
B plus.
Right,
You know?
convert that to yeah.
Convert it,
No, that's way over. Yeah. Oh, that's too high.
Yeah, I would settle for like a strong like 65.
60. Yeah, truly.
Something, yeah. I mean, that's,
Mhm.
yeah. It also did not make budget, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it was not like a success at the box office.
Well, like they didn't break even. Is that what you mean? Or-
Yeah. Blade Runner, let's take a look.
Yeah, 60
So
sounds
unanimously.
nice. Yeah, we all think it's
Yeah.
over. We're in agreement this time.
Mhm.
Have we been in agreement unanimously in the last two or no?
I can't remember.
Forget what we said about Iron Man. We should have. Well, unanimously over. No one thinks it's like what's the. When is it like rotten? Is that like 50% or less or something like that?
Jeremy, do you know when it's officially rotten?
Like what score is?
It might be under 50.
Is it just 50?
It's a
Yeah.
fail.
I wouldn't say that
double-checking
this is
stuff.
that. It's not a.
No, it's not rotten.
Yeah, and again, I do
and
think
that's a lot to Roger Deakins.
I was gonna say the visuals kind of redeem a lot, huh?
For sure.
So
They
here's
really
something
do.
for you. So
Okay.
it made 267 million against a production budget of 150 to 185. Analysts said it needed 400 million to break even. So the studio lost about $80 million. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a good thing that Denny is a hell of a director. It didn't stop his career.
Denny. Okay, yeah. Well, that was easy. There's nothing to even really
Yeah.
debate
That was
there.
unanimous.
There's
Yeah,
no
it
debate
really
here.
was.
No.
Yeah.
I'm glad, yeah.
Yeah.
Right there.
And then
So
thinking ahead for our next over-under bet, The Flash, right?
mhm.
Yep, it should come out 6/16. And boy, I don't know. I have no idea where it's going to land. Of course
You
it's
really
been-
have no, like, you don't know, or you don't even have like a prediction yet.
I don't know if I have like a clear
Okay.
prediction because I feel like there has been, I mean, like, you know, Tom Cruise praised it, Steven Spielberg praised it, Jaden Smith praised it for some reason. It's gotten a lot of.
Okay.
that doesn't help.
Did you
Yeah.
confirm that it was Spielberg or Stephen
Yeah,
King
yeah.
that praised it?
Let me double check that.
Okay, I just I don't remember if you did. I just went on a tangent.
Stephen King. What did I say? Did I say
Steven-
Spielberg?
Stephen
You said
King said that?
Spielberg.
Yeah.
Okay, then I
Stephen
don't
King
give a
praised
fuck.
it.
Yeah.
Steven Spielberg
Yeah,
praised
Tom
it.
Yeah.
Cruise, Stephen King,
That's what I was saying. I
Jaden
was
Smith,
like,
which is funny.
yeah, I would dismiss Stephen
Terry
King.
Crews also don't care about. Edgar Wright. I love Edgar Wright, but
Yeah, but
Why?
also, what was that? Baby Driver is such a stupid movie.
James Gunn. Wait, what'd you say?
Baby Driver is so stupid.
Dude, Baby. B-A-B-Y, Baby. What? I love that movie. Come on, that movie
but
was so
it's
good.
Drive. It's Drive.
With more dialogue, I'll agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like already been made.
I've never seen either, so I actually think in my brain they're the same film right now.
Those would be 2 fun films to watch.
But one of them is Ansel Elgort, right?
I'm not gonna watch the second one.
Oh yeah,
I'll watch
that's
Drunk
okay.
Again, yeah.
Okay.
One of the best soundtracks.
That was
so,
a different time when that movie came out.
yeah.
So Ezra Miller has a lot of allegations,
Woo.
a lot of stuff swirling. WB has.
And you said they refused to.
Yeah, WB is not doing any
Publicity?
press
Okay,
with
yeah,
Ezra Miller.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
as of now. So
they're just going to be doing photo ops and that's it. No interviews.
Yeah, they've screened the movie and removed the final scene. Apparently, they're like hyping up some really big twist at the very end.
Huh.
The second screening, they included the final scene but blurred out some key elements.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody really knows what's going to happen. Yeah, they're really trying to keep it under wraps. So I'm, I don't know, but
I don't want to
put my money down to see that film
Okay.
in theaters.
Fair.
Good. Yeah.
So I'm
Good.
just, but
I'm 50-50 on so many people coming out and saying so much, so many positive things about it that I don't know.
Oh.
what's,
Right.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm upset they used Pink Floyd in the trailer.
Did
Like
they?
Pink Floyd's time plays throughout the trailer. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was in the promos for the previews for when I was watching Spider-Man.
Okay. I was like, I did see the trailer in
Yeah.
theaters, but I definitely wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, "Oh, that's Ezra Miller. That
Yeah.
guy. Why is he there? Why is he on the screen right now?"
Are you I mean, we kind of have to set a estimate, right? Or are you prepared to kind of just say what you think the percentage will be for this?
Do you want to go
I
first?
think so, but I do want to ask.
You didn't go first last time, so you should go first this time.
Oh, okay. I'm down.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Trying to throw myself in the fire.
Yeah.
Did you all watch It and It Chapter 2?
Yes.
Okay, that's Andy Muschietti, who's
Also the
Yeah.
same director?
This
I
is
know
the same
that-
director?
Yeah. So I know that
Yeah.
people were like, either they kind of loved those
But then
films.
chapter 2 wasn't good, but it.
Okay,
You
but
think-
I loved chapter 2.
You did.
Yeah, I
That's
like
good.
chapter 2 more than the first one.
I actually
That's really
agree.
sweet.
I'm
Somebody-
sorry. I know. A lot of
Ooh,
people
I think This is what
don't.
we needed today.
I know, a lot of
We
people
needed to agree
don't.
on something, yeah.
I love that. I mean, again, and I didn't love either of them.
Yeah,
but I liked them.
Yeah,
And I
think-
liked the second one more.
I think as far as casting goes,
Oh, it was
Chapter
incredible.
chapter 2, yeah.
They set the bar for
The casting was good.
Yeah,
perfect.
They set the bar for
Perfect.
Yeah.
this is how you should do it. This is how when you're trying to do older versus younger character,
Yeah.
I did like the first one just in terms of as a film, as a cohesive
yeah.
film.
And I love James Ransom, so I love when he just shows up and is he is
I
definitely
didn't even
been
know who James
typecast.
Ransom was until you made a big deal about him so many times.
He's
yeah.
literally, I don't know. He's a screen daddy now,
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, people don't see him maybe that way until, but he's done Sinister anyway.
Yeah.
Like he was in the sequels.
That's
Like
right.
he ended up
That's
being
right.
the star of
Yeah.
I
That's
don't know
right.
if there's only one sequel or two, but
Sinister is so good.
yeah.
So
And the
good.
second one
Okay.
obviously wasn't as good, but
Yeah.
he was good in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
That's right,
and he was in
okay.
the Black Phone.
He was in
Oh.
Sinister?
Yeah. He was literally he gets credited as deputy so and so, which is so funny. And I think he's good friends with Ethan Hawke. That might be true or not. And I'm actually not sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
One of them
right.
hit us up and
Yeah,
come on the
Sinister
podcast.
Sinister was really good. Ethan Hawke or James Ransom? Or both?
Or both what? Hit us up?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
both. They can both come on. Yeah.
Oh,
we have
yeah.
we have $1,000 to give you. That's it.
We'll pay
But
you.
please
Chump
split it up.
change,
Yeah.
Divide it.
Between
$500 payment.
Don't spend it all in one place. Yeah.
Buy yourself something nice.
Should I throw out a score?
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah,
Have
sorry.
you thought? Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Oh man, an 89.
89.
Reluctantly, I don't know. I have no
And that's
idea. I
for
don't know.
critic
I
score
don't
or
know.
audience score?
You can change it.
I don't know. I have no
Okay.
idea how to feel.
You
We'll
can't
stay
change
with
it. I feel like when we
Not
put our
after.
scores in. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you could change it
I
right
mean,
now on the spot.
I'm fine with this.
I am
Okay.
0 for 2 right now, though. You guys have both
And you
won.
keep going really high.
I know.
Like, and you're still doing it.
I should probably
Yeah.
under.
That's a gambling tactic, though, right?
You should
But I'm,
stick with them.
Yeah.
I'm famously a bad gambler.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Do you normally do this when you gamble? Like you
Yep.
don't budge.
You just
like you.
double down. No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over.
I'm gonna pick the number.
Okay,
This
wow.
is where I'm at.
Yeah.
89.
I mean, I'm hearing that outside of Miller's performance, everybody else is really good. Of course, Michael Keaton's returning as Batman.
That was big, yeah. same
Oh,
with
shit.
Keaton
And Ben Affleck is also Batman.
God damn, I forgot
So
about
it's
that.
very.
Yeah.
I mean, also Michael Shannon's coming back as Zod, which is strange.
I like him though.
I love Michael
Wait,
Shannon.
am I thinking of? Yeah.
Yeah,
Michael
yeah.
Shannon, yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
like that guy.
what are you thinking? What are you thinking?
Do you want me to go next, Stace?
Did you go last time?
I think I did.
Okay, then
Yeah.
then you can go next. Yeah.
I'm completely grasping at straws here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think just that these superhero releases have been good recently in general. Like they
Mhm.
haven't really been hitting the mark.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say a 70. 75%. A safe C. Okay.
Safe C.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Stacey?
Okay, 75. You said.
Yeah.
66.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
Well,
low
Nice.
again.
I like it when we're in different grade zones.
Yeah, it's
we were
good.
real close. Like
Yeah,
we'll talk
we were,
about it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we
Okay.
have 89.
Yeah.
This is partially just for clarification because I'm gonna forget. Yeah.
I also have it typed.
Oh,
up
okay.
too, yeah.
Okay. 75, 66
Yeah.
for the Flash.
And that'll be TBD for next time.
Yeah.
And
And we should have done it at the beginning, but we didn't.
that's okay.
Talked about.
And so from our last episode, we did ratings, or we tried to estimate ratings for The Little Mermaid, or predict ratings rather, for The Little Mermaid, which came out recently. Have anyone seen it yet?
No.
I haven't.
I know.
Yeah.
You haven't seen it?
I
I thought you were. I just thought. I remember you like saying that you were. Like,
I know. I was
wanted
gonna
to see it.
Yeah,
when it came out.
I need to go buy.
I
a
didn't say
ticket.
that, so
Yeah, I'm surprised.
I was like, yeah, I'll see it eventually, maybe, but
Yeah, I need to get around to seeing it.
okay.
Yeah.
So none of us has seen it. And what's the verdict?
And the Stacey, you're at 79% for that. Jeremy, you had predicted 84%. I had predicted 76%. And I believe the verdict is 76%. So great. I was right on it.
Wait, I thought that's just
Oh, wait, no. 68% rather.
okay, but still.
So, yeah, as the lowest prediction, I won that one. And so I'll let you guys know. Stace also won previously. So Stace will have
Yeah. Next time.
her Burger King breakfast.
Yeah, that's
I
my.
have
That's
to
what I
think
chose.
about what I want. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that'll be next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, and we will. Yeah, double
Okay.
feature.
You know, it would be cool if like you won, and then we could all have something.
One celebration.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch my luck be that I completely am off.
Or it works, or
Ma-
it's really popular.
Maybe, but if it's
Yeah.
that high, then I'm also
Then
losing.
you also are losing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
for
yeah,
sure.
we should. I mean,
there are no winners here.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
No,
like the
so-
disclaimer is that even though we're predicting these scores, this is not like the scores that
We
we
don't think that's what
wanted
it
to
deserves.
have.
Yeah, for sure.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we think it will get.
We'll
so
see.
you're not attached to your score in any way. Is the point, right? You know,
It's
like,
not
you
a
know,
reflection of who I
no,
am
yeah,
as a
no.
person. Yeah.
And that should be comforting, I think, for
I appreciate
this
that.
time at least. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay. That's a wrap on
Yeah.
episode 3.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Blade Runner 2049, we don't recommend it.
Oh yeah.
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
Watch the first one. Yeah. Instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I should do. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
we'll
watch
have a
something
talk.
else.
Yeah. And then,
And
watch
then,
something
and then
else.
Watch
forget
the other
about
two.
them.
Yeah.
The other two what?
The other
Yeah.
Oh,
two.
the other. I've never. That's.
It keeps happening too.
I'm never
Um,
gonna get that.
And then stay tuned for episode 4, which will be our season finale. Stace's excellent choice, The Dark Knight.
Mhm.
We
We
might
won't
have-
say much about it, but
Yeah.
it's a great pick.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
'Kay.
Thank you. Thanks for watching.